Hey guys, welcome to the Creative Arena. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a scroll-based portfolio showcase with the Elementor page builder using GSAP and Lenis for smooth scrolling. So this particular design we're going to achieve in this tutorial was inspired by this website we are on. So now when you refresh this website, you're going to see this. Mind you, this website was once featured on the Awwwards website, okay? So now when you scroll down, you now see how their portfolio comes into view gradually like that. It goes on and on and on and on. However, in our own case, I was able to add a little bit of nudge to it to either make it better depending on your own judgment. So you're going to see what I was able to achieve being inspired from this particular wonderful design. Okay, so now let's come over here. This is what we're going to design. So now this is our web page. So when you scroll down, you're going to see our own effect and portfolio showcase. Okay, so now this is how we have it like that. And we have this coming in like this, and then it goes on and on and on. Now, another thing I added to ours is that now you scroll down, and when you start scrolling back up, you now have them going down like this, which is something that was not added to the previous page, which was the inspiration for this design. Okay, this is one of the things I added, and also this feature where you have your product showing a little bit, and then when you start scrolling, it comes into view fully like that. And also, if you're using the Elementor free version, you'll be able to achieve this design seamlessly, and I'll show you step by step on how to do that. And it is responsive on all devices. Okay, and we can check it out on tablet and then see what we'll have on tablet. See how it looks on tablet. You have your first two images showing perfectly well, and then when you scroll down, the rest starts coming into view like this, as you can see. And then when you scroll back up, you have them going back like this, and you can also see how it looks on mobile. Okay, so this is what you have on mobile. Now when you scroll down, you have this coming in like this. You scroll back up, you have them going back the same way they came in different direction like that. So this is a very good effect you can add to your design to spice things up. Okay, so without further delay, let's dive in and get started. Let me tell you this screen. What I'm going to do here is I click on this plus icon here, select the Flexbox container, and then I'll select this structure here. Then I'll come over here, make sure I set the content width to full width. And then for the width, I'm just going to come over here and change the unit from percentage to pixel and give it a value of 1200 pixel. Okay. Then I'll come over here, make sure I justify content to the center and align item to the center. Then I go over to the advanced settings. For the padding, I'm just going to change the unit from pixel to REM and then unlink this. For the top REM, I'll set it to 5 REM. The right, I'm going to set it to 3 REM. Bottom 5 and then left 3 REM. Okay. So now that we've done that, the next thing I'm going to do here is I'll come over here to add element and select the heading widget. Okay. And then I'm just going to change the text here to my works. All right. I'll go to the style option and tweak it a little bit. Come over to the typography. For the font family, we can leave it as it is. Depending on the project you're working on, you can just select your font to make sure everything is in syncs well. Okay, so now for the size, I'm going to change the unit to VW and set it to 15 VW. So we'll have something like that. Okay, and then the width, I'm just going to come over here, set it to 400 normal. Come over to the color and then I'll set the color to black. Okay, so we now have something like this. All right. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to come over here to add element, and then I'm going to add another container within this parent container. Let's just rename this for reference purposes. Let's call it our parent container. All right. So I'm going to add another container within it. So I now have another container. So right here under the parent container, we'll have the heading widget, and then we'll have a container. So for this container here, I'm going to rename it and call it works. Okay. So now for the works, I'm going to come over here, make sure I set this to full width, and then come over here, make sure it is 100%. All right. Then I'm going to come over to the row direction and make sure it's set to row horizontal. Okay. And then come down here to where we have the gap. Change the unit to REM and give it a value of 4 REM. Okay. And for the wrap, we're going to set the wrap to wrap. All right. Then I'm going to come over here and add another container within this works container. Okay, so this container here, I'm going to rename it and call it our work. So now you can see this works container is the one that houses all the works, and this container here will be the individual work you've done. Okay, so within this work container, what I'm going to do here, I'll come over to add element and I'm going to add an image here. Okay, so now I can go to my library and then select image from my media library. Okay. We're gonna have a lot of images here, so I can just select this image. Okay, and then come over here to our add element and add a heading text right below the image. Okay, so we have this here. Now for the text here, I can set it to elegant queen. And then come over here for the HTML tag. I set the HTML tag to P tag. That's a paragraph tag. And then I'm going to come over here to add another heading, or better still, I can just duplicate this particular heading here. Now for this second heading, I can change the text here to whatever, just a demo text, gracious beauty. All right, so now what I'm going to do here is for the HTML tag, I'm going to change the HTML tag here to span. Okay, so now that I've done this, the next thing I'm going to do here is that we're going to set the responsiveness of our design. Okay, so that once we start, we'll add our effect, everything will just take place instantly. Okay, so now we'll come over here to the tablet mode, see how it looks on tablet. Now for the tablet mode, all I just need to do is to come over here to the works, come over here to gaps, and then I'm just going to unlink this. Now for the column, I'm going to set the gap to 4 REM, and then for the row, I'm going to set it to 1 REM. Okay, so now by virtue of that, this here, we're going to have two cards here, but not to worry, you're going to see it as soon as we add our code and finish every other setup we need to do. So now for the mobile, everything looks great on the mobile, so we can just come over here and then, or rather come over here and reduce this, the left and the right REM. Let's come over here. Down to the top, we set it to 5. Left here, we set it to 2. Right 2, left 2, and then bottom 5 REM. All right, so now we've done setting that up. So now let's come over to our desktop. Now we've set the responsiveness for our design. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to add the various CSS classes to the various containers here and widgets, so that once we add our code, it's going to take effect instantly. All right, so I'll head over to my code editor where I've written down the code. So now these are the CSS classes we'll be using. Works and then work, just 2 classes. So I'm just going to copy this out, and I'll come over here for the works container. I'll go to the advanced settings, come over to the CSS class, and I'll add this up, and then come over to this single work container here, go to the advanced settings and come over to the CSS class, and then I'm going to add the work here without the S. Okay, so now that I've done that, now if you're using the Elementor Pro version, all you just need to do is to come over here to the advanced settings. So come over here to the parent container, go to the advanced settings, come down to have the custom CSS, because those that are using the Elementor free version do not have this option. So when you come over here, on the code that I'm going to provide for you, which is this code, all you just need to do is to copy from this .work down to here. You just copy it out, and then you come back here, and then you paste the code here. So you can see now it has taken effect here. Okay. So now, however, if you're using the Elementor free version, all you just need to do is to come over here, and then you're going to copy from the top here, from where you have the style, down to everything here, including the JavaScript, and then add it to your HTML tag. Do you understand? HTML tag so that it takes effect instantly. All right. So now that we've done that, the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to come over here to this work container here, go to the layout, and then for the gaps, I'll just remove this gap option here. Okay. And then maybe give it a value of two, let's increase it to five like that. Okay. So this looks great. This looks better. Okay. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to duplicate this particular walk here. I'm going to duplicate it 10 times, and then we're going to have 10 different walks. Okay. And then what I'm going to do next after duplicating it, I'm just going to replace each of the text, the images, that is the text here, the images. So we'll have varieties of content here. Okay. So this is going to be our walk. So I'm going to pause this video while I do this real quick to avoid making this video lengthy. Okay. All right. So as you can see, I have taken the time out to create the various portfolio, different images. All right. So now what I'm going to do next is we're just going to come over here and let's check for the responsiveness, see how it looks. You see, this is what it looks. This is how it looks on tablet, and then on mobile, we have it all looking like this. So this is pretty much beautiful. Okay, so we can go ahead and add our animation to it. So our design. So now let's come over to the desktop. Now what I'm going to do here is I'll just come over here, and then to the bottom here, I'm just going to come over to our add widget and then search for HTML tag. And then I'm just going to drag this tag here and drop it here. All right. So now I'm going to head back to my code editor, and I'm going to copy out this code here. So you can see here, I'm just going to copy out the code. This code will be made available for you on the description of this video so you can use it. I'm just going to paste it here. All right. So now you can see here that nothing really has happened here. Okay. However, when we come over here and we'll publish this, and then we click on the preview. All right. So this is what we're going to have here. So now when we scroll down, this is what we're going to have, as you can see. Okay, now let's go back here and let's add some scroll room, like other content right below here. Just an empty space for scroll room. So I'm just going to give it a VH value of 100. Okay, so now I now have a scroll space here. But in your own case, if you're using it on your live website, there are other contents that will be below this particular design here. Okay, so now I click on the publish, come back here. So this is how our live preview looks like. Okay, when you scroll down, you can see our effect taking place wonderfully well. Okay. However, in order for us to fully see how our design looks like, let's check it out on our live web page. Okay, so let's see what our design looks like on our live web page without this WordPress top menu bar. Okay, so on our live web page, this is what we're going to have here. So when you refresh this, this is what you're going to have. And then you can see here this slide preview, and it looks a little bit faded. And then when you start scrolling down, you now have it come fully and then coming in wonderfully well like this. Okay, as you can see, and then you scroll back up, it goes back like that, like that, like this, and then it stops like this. So this is a wonderful effect you can use to stylize whatever you're doing or whatever project you're working on. You can add this to it, and then makes it look wonderful. Okay, so that's pretty much it about this tutorial. If you've learned something new from this tutorial, remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to our channel, remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified first when I drop a new video. And feel free to drop your comment wherever you're confused, and I'll do what to attend to as much as I can. But until then, see you on our next video. Bye-bye.